Governor Ubasani, he had again hailed the President Bola Tinubu, declaring that no president or no Nigerian president has ever supported the subnational government the way Tinubu has done or is doing. And he said this during a TV program, defending these earlier remarks in which he credited Tinubu with providing unprecedented financial and policy support to the state government, saying that he's going to praise him again, that in the history of Nigeria, the president has supported subnational as much as the president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that's why he's unapologetic and he stands by his statement. And he also dismissed the criticism from those questioning his comment, asserting that only those in governance can understand the level of support governors are receiving from the current administration. Well, for those that have been following the trajectory of this administration, especially what he is talking about the line of support from the president to the governors, you understand what he's talking about. Yes, we can see the increment in revenue from the FAC, the federation level, to the state governors and all of that. Well, that on one side, and we'll be connecting that with a statement credited to the president about the performance so far during the NEC meeting. Now, the president, the NEC meeting, rather, statutorily always chaired by the vice president, is always a constitutional advisory body that meets monthly to assess the economy and advise the president on economic recovery strategies, among other responsibilities, while reviewing the current economic challenges to propose solutions. But during the NEC meeting, Tinubu had to, he rallies governors to drive reform gains despite the hardship and discontent in states. So the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, yesterday during the NEC meeting in Abuja had said, or they had convened a special session of the National Economic Council, that's a NEC meeting in Abuja, where he had urged the governors to deepen collaboration with the federal government to ensure that economic reforms currently underway translate to tangible benefits for Nigerians at the grassroots level. Admitting the fact that the hardship is biting harder and economic stress occasioned by the rising cost of living nationwide, and so during the NEC meeting, he had to urge the governors to make sure that they deliver or the bring down, and as much as possible with the increment or with the support which Ubasani, the governor of Kano State, had mentioned earlier about the support. Kaduna State, I beg your pardon, I mentioned about the support to the governors, saying that let us see the translation. Let us see that the result of the support, especially at the subnational levels. And this is coming days after United States criticized some governors for engaging in extravagant spending while the country grapples with deepening economic hardship by splurging billions of naira on new government buildings and luxury projects despite widespread poverty and deteriorating public services. We had a report recently about how some governors are lavishing a huge amount of money, a humongous amount of money into buildings and unnecessarily, things, rather than, focusing on the major needs of the people, especially the residents of the state. And even the former LP presidential candidate, Peter Obi, in reaction to that, had said that a recent condemnation by the U.S. mission in Nigeria of some governors for spending billions on new government houses, airports, and flyovers, while asking citizens to endure economic hardship, has exposed the country to global ridicule. And, highlighted the dire situation. Well, the pastor of the NAMI's International Gospel Center, Dr. Tᴜɪ̀nᴜ, and according to the pastor, is saying that Nigeria is under a blanket of sorcery and darkness, with many citizens enduring poverty and hardship in silence and all of that. He also criticized the political leaders for what he described as their insensitivity and failure to address the dire situation across the country. And yet the leaders act as though nothing is wrong, which this is not normal, according to the cleric. And so even the Imo State's governor and chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Hope Uzodinma, had said that President Tinubu's intervention had brought renewed hope, focus, and momentum to the council's development agenda. According to him, he said that the president acknowledged the improved government revenue spurred by key reforms, but stressed that the real test lies in delivering measurable impact to communities nationwide. And you asked the question. You are saying that, yes, according to the governor of Kaduna State, you are saying that the president, as you know, Nigerian ever president, had given support. I mean, he meant support to the governors, and then the president is still saying, "Well, I'm not seeing things are not fought so far of this administration to the grassroots." Then, who do we blame? Because even according to the 36 states. The governors of the 36 states of the Federation had expressed worry that the country is faced with a challenging crisis in education, saying that foundational skills are critical building blocks for achieving educational objectives. That's according precisely to the chairman of the Nigeria's Governors Forum, NGF, and Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, stating that during the state-level workshop on foundation learning and out-of-school children, recalling that Nigeria is grappling with several challenges in the education sector, including the issue of out-of-school children and all of that, blah, blah, blah. But the president is saying, well, on one hand, yes, an acknowledgement that the president is supporting, I've given immense support to the governors, and the president is still calling on the governors to do much to translate this effort so far. We admit to be blamed about this because you bring development and you deliver dividends of good governance to the people of your state. That's why I've given you more money, and which governors also acknowledged the fact that yes, there is this support from the administration. But what is really happening? Who do we blame in this scenario of this federal and state like what I said earlier, collaboration or synergy in bringing good governance to the people? All right, then the several avenues to join the conversation. You can call or send text messages via 0913 6000410 0913-600-0410 for call and text messages. You can also call via WhatsApp or send a message via WhatsApp on 0913-600-0430 0913-600-0430. And you can also drop your comments on Facebook. Yes, at Mainland FM space The Sound of Lagos. At Mainland FM space The Sound of Lagos. And you can also drop that on YouTube as well at Mainland 98.3 FM. Please do well to call back if that was you think the network right there. 0913-600-0410. That's still the number to call for call and text messages. As much as you can summarize, we have quite limited number of time to navigate your thoughts. So summarize your thought in a minute. Hello.
Hello, Lady Mo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Peter Monse from Sɪᴛᴜᴜ.
Good morning.
Yeah, Lady Mo, American mission has said this, what Nigerians have been saying over the time. And the Kaduna State Governor, I think I would like him to tell us how many out-of-school children are in his state. The more money with more support from the federal government. It should tell us how many manufacturing companies are still built, how many industries are still developed, and then it should tell us how many unemployed people are in Kaduna State. All the money that they are receiving, they use it for themselves, to live luxurious life. I wish other parts of the world are seeing what is happening in much, that the leaders have destroyed it. That Tinubu government, it was not so 10 years ago. Nigerians were eating where they were eating. All things were Nigerians were not suffering like this. So our suffering has reached the height that they were from the flood again. Is it that there is no good weather again in Nigeria?
All right.
That all this evil has been visited upon us? Nigerians, wisen up.
All right.
Please,
thank you.
whatever it will take us to change this scenario, we should change this evil government and let them go away.
All right. Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Samuel. I'm going to pronounce judgment that autonomy on local government. Mr. President, they had obeyed the judgment. It will have taken away power from the governor, power in terms of the local government money that they are wasting, they are embezzling. That's why they are supporting Mr. President. That's why they are claiming that he has given them more money, apart from the normal monthly allocation that has increased as a result of the buffer subsidy. The local government money that that is in their pocket, in the pocket of the governor. Why would more governors not move to APC when the money that is meant to be developed in Nigeria? Look at what these people. Are you with me, please?
Yes, I'm with you. Just in a few seconds more.
Look at what is happening at the federal level. When the subsidy was removed, the money, the part of the money was used to renovate Mr. Vice President's house. Wike followed suit. It was spending money on renovation, billions on renovation. Governors have started following suit. They should have spending money. Where will the money to develop the country come from? Where will these people will not continue to support Mr. President? When is money that is meant to in Nigeria, it's not meant to develop Nigeria, it's not being shared by governor, being lavished.
All right. Thank you.
I've seen a terrible government in Nigeria like this before.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your time. All right. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Dr. Akinola.
Thank you.
My own take is we keep on blaming the president. Let's take Lagos State for instance. Fine, the president is from Lagos State. From the section in every hello?
Yes, go ahead.
At least 2 roads. They build schools, they renovate schools. Let everybody go back to their state and challenge their governors. People who sit down here in Lagos be shouting, Mr. President, yeah, even government. What about is Tinubu the problem we have in Nigeria or our leaders? Is it the one controlling Imo? Is it the one controlling Enugu State? Why are we doing this to us? Why are we doing this to ourselves? At least, okay, fine. Lagos State just finished an election now. In the next 6 months, you will see local government commissioning. Fine, we know we are human beings. We want more from them. But you can't compare Lagos State with other states. Let other states eliminate Lagos State now. Why are we shouting Mr. President? On what issue? They'll sit down in Lagos State shouting. Then you go back to their state and then let Mr. Governor for themselves now. What's the problem?
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. Really
appreciate it. This is...
Thank you. Thank you for calling. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Lady Mo, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Dr.
Hello?
I'm calling you from the city of Osaka here in Japan.
All right, go ahead.
Right. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. My take on this thing is this. Lady Mo, I have a question for you. Can you tell me one Nigerian president who failed to federal allocation to other states when they are in power? Can you mention one for me? Because Obasanjo is becoming a praise singer here. Anybody who is Nigerian president, give what is to every state as at when due, according to what is. Do you know that this money they are getting from the states, from the center, they are claiming right now, is making the governors more those. The governors cannot be able to harness the resources and the minerals in their state to develop that. What I mean is that generation, poor people. That is what they are right now. Not that the government is doing well. The president there that is supporting the governors, is he not the one that declared state of in River State? Is that what they saw?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. All right.
So is the president that is governing Enugu State is very, very well. That is my home state. If he do, I'm acquainted with what is going on back home. Oh, tribalism and bigotry. In the name of that, you want to contribute. The president is the one making the policy. Every damn thing is at his own table. He's the one controlling the money policy, the custom, the foreign affairs, every down thing is your. Don't come here and tell us fuck and bull story. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. He gave a submission that everything stops at the table of the president. We're asking this morning, who then? The governors, according to the Kaduna State Governor Basani, is saying that we've been getting support so far. As a matter of fact, the current president is still the Nigerian ever president, with the immense support the governors are getting so far. With the evidences of, financial support, with the increments in the revenue to the state. We're getting report. And of course, the president still keeps saying that I need you to do more. People, there's still hardship in the land. The cost of living is still very much high. People are still crying with the lot of support, with the efforts the administration is giving to you. What are you doing with them? Who do we blame? And even recently, we had the report from the U.S. mission, sharing reports on how Nigerian governors are lavishing billions on building. The United States Embassy in Nigeria has shared a report, showing the extravagance of Nigerian governors in spending public funds. According to the report, it's revealed how governors lavish billions on buildings, on renovating government houses in the midst of the prevailing economic hardship, plaguing the common man in the country. And according to the report, while President Bola Tinubu, asked Nigerians to endure the economic hardship resulting from his policies, the governors do not share in the sacrifice. According to the reports, that while Nigerians are tightening their belts, the same cannot be said of the ruling class. Administration approving 63.4 billion naira for the renovation of government house, claiming it was an embarrassment and an unbefitting facility. Cited that in Gombe State, one of the poorest states in Nigeria, Governor Inuwa Yahya committing 14.9 billion naira for a new ultra modern residence, another 14.23 billion naira being spent on the House of Assembly complex. And all that. You can actually go get the reports just because of our time and see for yourself. And so you then ask the question, where then is the more money, the more revenue, the support that the president is giving to you? Where is it going? Because the president is still claiming for more translation of the support or the efforts of the administration. So who then, should we put the bulk of the blame on its table here between the federal and the state about every state? All right. Who is there? Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
My name is Robert. An average Nigerian governor is an alleged I don't want to use the word criminal.
No. You don't want to use the word. You've used it.
I don't want to use it. No. I don't want to use it. You can replace that word for me, please.
Just go ahead. But just be
you remember when he was invited to commission a pottery project, and he said, that means your power need a sheet, something like that. This our government, this our president. Your duty, you allocate money to state, fine, for the betterment of the people in the state. But how many times have you gone there to see what the governors are doing? It's part of his duty. It's not when it is politics you will be carry broom and be saying people should vote for you. No. As a president, your duty is to move on. And if they are to expectation, you challenge them. That is how to rule Nigeria. You understand? Not that people will be abusing you, that your government is not good, and it is the negligence of the duty of the president. That is why things are like this. Let me put it, yes. If he's doing his job, honestly, we will have the guts to challenge the governors. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Lady Moore, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you. Good morning.
So, on the state of the nation today, this is a Barrister Peter Oku. I'm calling from Mende, Maryland. Yes. On the issues we are focusing on this morning, you see, Lady Moore, my sincere opinion is that nothing will work critical space All these coalitions that they are doing is
talking about the federal and the state government. We're talking about the performance of the governors. According to Kaduna State Governor, saying that
Obasani, yes. You see, they are all connected and related. The thing is that the governors themselves, who are receiving a lot of money for the allocations from the federal government, is not passing on to the people. Is government because there is lack of accountability in all spheres of governance in Nigeria, up to the local. Yes, no accountability.
All right. Thank you.
Nothing will work without accountability. You know, we are tired of politics of self-preservation. So we must reform the political space to benefit the people.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Eric.
Calling from where?
Hello? Yeah, I'm calling from. He started lowering governors down to APC. That was when I knew there is problem. Since when these governors are deflecting from their party down to APC? Why wouldn't there be problem? Why wouldn't there be problem when you are forcefully lowering those governors down to your party? You're telling me that you don't know that those governors go listen. Listen. My kid sister stays in this state. Go listen to when these governors come to Europe, go to America. Go listen to the kind of life they are living there. Go and listen to them.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Really appreciate. Just quickly pay attention to some of the messages we have on Facebook. Akorede says, good morning, Milan FM. Good morning to you too. Williams Oluwatosin says, dear Lady Mo and Said Fawad, please permit me to ask Governor Uzodinma which type of impact is he talking about? Despite the increase in their monthly allocations, there has been little or more to show for the Karma. To me, it's the citizens that should be blamed because to me, bad followers can produce good leaders. Unfortunately, we are all in for it. Ife Dolapo says, good morning, Lady Mo and Mr. Fawad. This is what happens when politics becomes the priority and good governance is an afterthought. When the goal is to please the governors and party loyalists, not to serve the people, the fuel subsidy was removed with bold promises to rejoin in manufacturing, in job creation, or in real development. We now see it disappearing into the deep pockets of governors with little to no accountability. It's never too late. Let this absurdity be corrected. Thank you. Isaac says, as far as I am concerned, President Tinubu is making the rich to be rich and the poor to be poor. Mr. Isaac from Angara, thank you very much. After that, Kaide says, kudos to the Kaduna State Governor for his Nigeria. There is need for focus and criticism of the state and local governments with the situation of allocation given to them. Enough of the blame to the federal government. Thank you. Aziz Jamil says, good morning, Mr. Fawad. Good morning to you too. Christopher F. Young says, good morning, Momijiro and Mr. Fawad. God bless you all in the studio. Milan FM, amen. God bless you too. Yes, they must appreciate President for giving governors more than the people. But I ask, how does that transmit to the life of a common man and his family? Let them continue. 2027 will tell. They should use the money that is supposed to use to better Nigerians' life to flying private jet at 10 birthday and wedding parties, leaving Nigeria dying. For oil sector, we can now know who is Nigeria. All right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your message and effort. Onotayo Demitokwe Michael says, hello, Milan FM. The statement credited to U.S. government on how some governors are lavishing money while the citizens are suffering. There is a saying that when the head is bad, the entire body is bad. It's glaring that the president is aware that the governors are not utilizing the huge allocation given for the benefit of the state judiciously. All these are happening because the president himself has not set a good example. A situation where the president allowed the minister to use 39 billion naira just to renovate ICC. The latest now is where another 49 billion naira has been used to construct fences and international airports. Imagine a mayor councillor leaving his area where he was voted to begin to live in Abuja. Any administration that doesn't believe in transparency and accountability is going nowhere. The president has the governors to account for the 5 billion naira given after the removal of fuel subsidy. Capital The president should not pass the blame of not questioning our governors on how the allocation given was spent was the function of the EFCC. Nigeria has now become the more you look, the less you see. My advice is the Nigerians should brace up and get their voters card and remove the present ruling party from power come 2027. And from WhatsApp, thank you very much from OC. This says from WhatsApp, hello Milan FM. The statement credited to how some governors are lavishing money while the citizens are suffering. There is a saying that's when, to that from Facebook. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Let him all. There's a saying that when you are eating, you don't talk. The governors who is taxing the masses to death while massaging the appetites of these governors. Elder Godwin NM Chuku from Ogun State. Thank you very much. From Funshaw says, good morning, Milan FM. Federal government collect over 50% of the total available allocations. Let them first show Nigerians what they do with a huge allocation. Children often take after their parents. In any case, I put on 100% on the blame of the blame on the citizens who are not only suffering and smiling, but still rain praises on their tormentors. Kaide from Ikoto says, good morning, lady. Revelation of the truth. I watched the interview live and point blank, the governor stated clearly that the current president Tinubu is trying to clear away all fault from the past government. Back to the voice. Can you turn down the volume of your radio set? Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Najikon from Afromedia.
Thank you for calling.
Or nothing do them when they do wrong. They are just free bird. Look at the allocation that are coming to a state. They can't utilize it and do anything for their state. Look at the health center. Look at the primary schools, secondary schools. Nothing goes on. I see many states that are even their workers. They have not been paying their workers. I'm telling you, but they are collecting huge amount of money from federal government. So when the problem is from federal government and nobody put eye and probe them, because I remember in those days during the time of Shehu Shagari, Sam Mbakwe, Alaji Chief Jakonde, they do things. Schools, I benefit from government schools, but today private schools have taken over. Governors are there having commissioner, having Minister of Education. Look at primary school. If you go to the whole state, in my place, I'm telling you, I wish on. So the problem we are having is the governors in this state, because they are not utilizing the money to help the poor. They are just pocketing it on their own. And the federal government are keeping quiet. We have EFCC. They don't even look at the governors. What they are doing is when you report to somebody, they will now go and arrest. On their own, they are not putting an eye on governors. Look at governors. One of them, they go wherever they like.
All right.
So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is... A leader is a person who leads and lives by example. If our president wants Nigerians to enjoy his administration, I'm not too sure he would have. The first thing he did was to buy aircraft. Second, he now renovated the vice president apartment. Then he released SUV cars to the lawmakers. You now remember what Fuad answered you. He made the political groups. Some of them are saying the money we are getting now is much more higher, but it can now buy very few items because of the inflation. But I want to sincerely believe that if there are check and balances, the governors should be held responsible, including our president, because it's cut and chopped. Chop and chop. That is what is happening. The governors cannot, the president cannot even checkmate the governors because they are running a different thing. Assuming the president said, I will live by example, no new car, nothing. And they see the president, he has not changed his aircraft, he has not renovated it. Right. Look at the International Center, he renovated with 200-something billion. Is that fair? And you are saying people should not complain.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, my name is Shay. I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so the purpose of the subsidy is so that the common masses can relieve the common masses from somebody. Also for that, the same purpose for which the subsidy is for, which is to alleviate the, should I say, suffering of the common masses, right? So same goals they are trying to achieve, except that what if the money given to the governors is not really meant for the masses, but for the governors, just to get their support for 2027. All right, that's my food for thought. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Well, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. It's on the president. Just like the previous two callers mentioned, he's not living by example. And it's very clear that this president, places more priority on personal interest. He came in, removed subsidy. The people that were, ripping Nigeria off, you left them. Just if you, they say you come to equity must come with twin hands. Deal with them, show that you want to tackle corruption. But instead, Nigerians are suffering for it. Okay, now, the money you are saving, you are giving to governors without a gazette. If you want to be accountable, every month, put out the gazette. Let people know how much you are distributing to the governors. The president can impose, he can pocket the institutions, he can declare state of emergency, at will, whenever things favor him. You will see that this is just a selfish way of doing things. So he is the one to blame. He's not living by example at all until we have somebody that comes into power that will first of all lead by example and tackle corruption. That is when this country, that's when Nigerians can begin to enjoy the country's wealth. God bless you very much.
Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you very much for calling. Awolo Christopher from WhatsApp, from Shogunle on WhatsApp says the fact remains that whatever support the governors are getting is not felt by the masses, just secular of elites in sharing the national resources. For sure, Nigeria is under an evil spell. It's obvious. Otherwise, how do one explain the level of suffering and the open looting? Yet people are just moving about like. I totally agree with Pastor Eneche. Nigerians need a higher order for liberation. No human effort can remove this government from power. Period. Happy weekend. Thank you for your message. This says there is no money. Okay. Good morning, Lady Mo. As an old man, I know that if a vehicle gets an accident, the driver is first to be blamed, irrespective of his. Should stop to give them money. If I'm from Asheshe. Away from that, it says Monday Mainland Radio, Stevie Kelly from Maryland. Thank God for the emergence of has suddenly woken up to his responsibility. But sincerely speaking, all these measures are too late. Nigerians are made up their mind about APC government. Boston is doing what every parent tells their children. Don't talk. It's unfortunately the level of poverty ravaging the country today because of the anti-people policies of a Tinubu administration. It's mainly following the footsteps of the president. The president is the one who has been robbing pizza to people by removing fuel subsidy and imposing all manners of taxes. In fact, everything stops at the desk of the president. He's been openly and secretly pushing out taxpayers' money that's close to the president. Should tell him to stop the crocodile tears and begin to face reality of governance. Hence, he's the only one to face Nigerians when the judgment time comes. Victor from Ikeja. This says, good morning, Lady Mo, Sage, Fuad, and Mainland FM crew. I still can't get you on Facebook. Okay, the Facebook handle now is at Mainland FM space the sound of Lagos. Mainland FM space the sound of Lagos. Yes, that's the handle we'll use them for now. On the topic, it's apparently that Tinubu has run out of idea on what to do, hence the shift the blame to the governors. On Kaduna governor, Naira has never been exchanged at 1,500 Naira to $1. Nigeria has never borrowed this much. Neither has the citizens ever been taxed like this. Tinubu is squeezing the public and giving a token to his lieutenants, the governors, to wet the grass. How or what would the governors do to bring down fuel pump price, exchange rates, increase taxes and duty that is responsible for the high inflation? The last I checked, federal government still keeps the chunk of revenue, and what has the federal government done with their own money? On excess spending on misplaced priority, that's the sure was of investments, Stephanie, and stealing public funds since there is no accountability. Francis Ekpeyon from Command Ipaja, Lagos. Good morning, Lady Mo and Milad FM. On the current economic situation and humongous amount of money allocated to state is the more reason there are lots of defections from opposition to the ruling party. Until the right thing is done, we are going nowhere. Prince Samuel Oji from Ajegunle Apapa, Lagos. Modupe, good morning to you and Mainland crew. I think you need to do better. All right. Thank you very much for your message and the observation. We'll look into that. Good morning, Lady Mo. I feel the same way you caution people not to use some languages on radio is excellent. Please, can you also caution people from divisive languages as well? Therefore, your comment. Good morning, dear presenter. So many things are bad in the country, not because the president is not doing well, but because some Nigerians are apportioning blame to the wrong quarter. Since the beginning of this administration, the governors have been getting increased FAAC, yet they are doing less in their various states. They hold on local government fund despite the Supreme Court judgment. They cannot do this without the support of the people, the judiciary and executive. Until the people break free from the conscious and unconscious conspiracy, nothing will change in the country. Bad followers will never produce good leaders. Nigeria will survive. Allah bless Nigeria. Restaurant Lawali Mutiu from Alakpere. Thank you very much. And on that note, I want to say thank you very much for your contributions and your take on today's topic on Mainland Focus. Really appreciate. Keep it on to Mainland FM 98.3. And of course, at 9:30, Ag View of Hour will come your way. DJ from Facebook said, more calls and messages cause over time. Thank you. Do not cease to be a patriotic citizen of this great country, always nurturing your conscience just by the truth. I remain Mo Dukbe Akinyosoye. And of course, we expecting your award for what I mentioned earlier about the first 5 to comment on Facebook will be getting a token of airtime this morning. So thank you very much for joining and thank you for always supporting. Good morning once again. I remain Mo Dukbe Akinyosoye.